Well, I'm proud of the players,
Yeah.
without a doubt. I'm proud of the performance. Disappointed not to have got something out of the game, which I think we deserved, and more disappointed with the manner of the goals we conceded. That's the only disappointment really from today. The 2 goals and the timing of the goals. But I think when you think what the players have been through the last couple of days, you're never quite sure how they're going to respond to Tony leaving. We spoke about it before the game. We sort of said to him, make sure there's no excuses. I didn't want to have to come in here today and stand up for them and say that their heads weren't on the job today because of what's happening. I think you could see by their performance and their togetherness that they were going to work hard for each other in this club.
Did they have a point to prove, really? Because the manner of the manager's departure suggested that he thought some of them weren't good enough to cut it at this level.
No, I don't. It wasn't. I'm sure Tony didn't leave because of the players.
No, he didn't get in the ones he wanted.
No, but we know we need to strengthen this group of players. That we've known that all summer. Tony loved working with this group, day in, day out. You couldn't ask for a group that works harder. And we've organised them now into a really good organised team, which you could see today. So we need to strengthen to give more competition for places, and that's we've known that all summer, and that's been the frustration.
Would you like this to be your last game in charge?
Would I like it to be my last game? No, I'd like to continue. I enjoy being in charge. Whether it's the right time or not, I'll speak to the chairman tomorrow. It's been very quick the last 2 days, really, on the conversations. I mean, the chairman's not had a chance to speak to the players. He's not really spoke to me about what his ideas are going forward. We just said, let's focus on today's game. And then on Monday, I'm sure there'll be some more conversations, because the players need to know which direction the club wants to go in, that they want to know that. And so hopefully, the start of the week, there'll be some more answers.
Would you actually like the job on a permanent basis?
I think if the chairman felt it was right for me, then I would sit down and talk to him about it. I like working at this club. I said that before. I certainly enjoy working with the players, because they're a good group, good honest group that work hard for you. So I think they respect me in my decisions. But today it wasn't about myself. We didn't change too much, to be honest. We'd worked hard all week with Tony, and it was just a case of us really making sure they sort of saw that out today, and they did it.
Is it important to make a decision fairly quickly, because the longer the uncertainty goes on, the longer...
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think this time's, it's always different when managers leave. This is a different situation to when Ian left. It is the start of the season. We're only 1 game into it. I think the players can take a lot of confidence from their performance today. We know we can compete at this level. We know we've got to get more competition for places, so that's going to be ongoing. But I think the players are waiting to be given a new direction on the field and off the field.
Do you think
if you took the job, do you know the changes or the improvements or the players that you would bring in, as obviously such a short space of time to be able to do that?
Well, I think we've identified all summer the areas that we need to strengthen. For whatever reason, that's not happened. I think the 3 players we've brought in, I thought we all had excellent debuts today. I think they've made us better. But there are areas that we need to strengthen as a club, and as a staff, we talk about that. So yeah, I mean, it's no secret. Tony knew what players he wanted, and the club do. So we've got a couple of weeks. I think that's the other key thing as well. A new manager comes in, he needs to know in 2 weeks what players he wants. So it's not ideal if a club chooses. I mean, you need the manager to choose the new players.
Keith, last time when you had, last year when you played against Arsenal after Ian Holloway left, you definitely gave the impression that you didn't want the job then, and you didn't feel ready for it. It was something that you felt you wanted a more experienced man to come in. Was it just the position that the club was in then, that this feels different and that you want it now, that you didn't want to...
Yeah, no, I think the circumstances of last year, we'd had a really poor start. I think we'd won 1 in 10 games. There was a lack of Premier League experience at the club, and at the time I said I felt someone like Tony, if he'd come in, would give us that, and that's how it panned out. He controlled the whole club, the the squad of players, and he gave us that belief that we actually could compete in the Premier League. This time round now, this group of players have had that experience, they've got that confidence, and also as staff and as a club we've grown in the Premier League. So the circumstances are different. Now whether that's right for me to put my name in the hat, I will speak to the chairman tomorrow, because I'm sure he'll have some sort of direction on where he wants to go with it.
Okay, thanks. What did you think of the sending off, Pete?
I didn't see it in one of them games where there's a red card in it. There was a lot of sort of 50-50 challenges throughout the game where I thought we didn't maybe get the luck of the draw, if you like. I thought little things went against us. The first yellow card was a yellow card. The second one, I think he slid in. He wasn't high. There's minimal contact, to be fair. The lad got up. You could say he maybe should have stayed on his feet because he's on a yellow card, but I didn't see it as a booking, certainly to send him off. But then little things go against you sometimes, don't they? And that did, because we was a little bit all over the place after that, and we was hanging on.
Played a role in
well, we tried to make some changes because we had got some tired legs, and when you make changes sometimes from set pieces, you're not quite as switched on as you are normally. And maybe that I've seen the goals again, and we are disappointed because we pride ourselves on being organised, and for the 2 goals we've conceded, we weren't, and that's cost us today.
Okay, thank you very much.